Hi, welcome to Ignite Word Reality Series today, titled Impression. My name is Professor Isaac O. Fayomi. Friend, you see, wrong impression, they say, it lasts longer. And you can bear me witness on this. Truly speaking, not only that, the wrong impression lasts longer. Wrong impression, it kills destiny. Wrong impression, key relationship. Wrong impression, it destroys our pathway, to a great future that we ever aspire to be. And this is the reason why we have to be very careful on the wrong impression we make over time. I have learned this thing in my journey into life. Growing up as a young child, that when you bring wrong impression to the table, you get wrong association and wrong motives in returns. And that is the reason why we must be careful. There are things that we put in forward, especially when we are building the future, that crash the destiny across board. 3 things I will mention here. Number 1, anytime you are building a relationship that you want to last, don't bring money to the forefront. The first capital killer of good relationship, good future, building resilient approach to life is when you put money as first impression. So be careful of what you bring to the table. A few years ago, somebody called me for an international collaboration, and when we are talking, and the first thing about the collaboration is this: we begin to talk about how to navigate the way out into that research. He was the one that asked me about funding and money. When I asked him, I said, no, this one will come later on. He said, you know what? I'm shocked at the way you approach this. I said, why? He said, the first collaborator I met requested that what is on the go. What is on the go? He was talking about the money, because I am from another part of the continent. I told him, no. You put the right thing in right perspectives before you talk about it. Now, the question is, we form a formidable research relationship, and that allowed me to travel all over the world, not knowing that there is a love embedded into that contract, and that we must understand as we grow. Wrong impression, putting money first, will harm your relationship and the future you are building. Number 2, it's called attitude, character. You may be a good personality, but you have a wrong character factor. You have a wrong attitude in a challenge, then that will run you down. You must be careful about the attitude you put on the table. First impression, people see you across board, they didn't know that you are a good fellow. But because they've seen the first impression, and that goes a long way to dictate who you are and patterns that you are. And that is why most time in my life, I begin to tell people, you know what? This is the reason why I have to do this, so that you can see that this is required of me. And before you know, they begin to realize that, okay, my impression was this and this. Before you correct your impression, wrong impression will have gone forward ahead of you. So be careful about attitudinal challenge in life. And lastly, it's called impossibility. Don't ever tell people that brings things to your table that this is not possible. Always be positive, even when you know there is nothing good about that thing. Don't ever condemn it. Be sure that you find a way around it, because from impossibilities, things can be possible. From unknown, things can be known. From unseen, things can be seen. And that is why, in the reality of adventure of man's life, nothing is impossible as long as creation is allowed. So, there is always a way around it. Don't forget, number 1, wrong impression in terms of money, be careful. Wrong impression in terms of attitude you display, be careful. And lastly, wrong impression in time of impossibility. Please, this is the bar, one growth across board. See you next time with Ignite Word. Bye for now.
Once in life we live, we are grooming destiny. It's Ignite Word today. The hope of the future we see.